All right, let's take you back to our earlier story where we told you about the suspension of the use of hydroxychloroquine as a test treatment for COVID-19. And we have our guest, Gbolagade Iyola, Chairman Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria, Lagos chapter, join us once again. Thank you for joining us on TVC Breakfast. I was asking earlier, with the level of controversy that trailed the use of hydroxychloroquine for the treatment of COVID-19, the suspension by WHO, was it a move you envisaged?
Thank you for having me. And I want to say that there is nothing really called controversy in the issue of suspension. Hello?
We can hear you.
Hello?
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. There's nothing new about the issue of this suspension because from the onset, we know that in the last 6 months, the world has been bedeviled with this new novel infection that has, ravaged the whole of the world. And for us in the healthcare world, issue of trials for diseases, drug trials for diseases is nothing new. But I want to say that WHO is trying to do something that is very critical when drug is being developed. What is the issue? Two key issues is about efficacy and safety. And because of those solidarity clinical trials that have been conducted, it has been proven from their data that the rate of mortality, that the number of deaths has not really been ameliorated in any way. So that is the reason why they feel that there's a need for them to, stop the clinical trials for now. What they are doing is suspension, not that they have permanently stopped it.
Absolutely.
And meanwhile, even for
absolutely, and the NAFDAC is saying that Nigeria will continue with its own trial. I wonder what you make of this. Should we continue? Because this is not the first time that we have administered chloroquine, even though not for COVID-19, but in the treatment of malaria.
Yes, you are very correct. And let me tell you that NAFDAC is also on the right path. When drug trial is being done, it needs to be done on a lot of, varied populations. Because like Madam DG said yesterday, you see that the genetic makeup of Caucasians is different from the genetic makeup of we blacks. So what is not working with the Caucasians may be working here. So there's nothing bad for them to conduct the trial, to continue to conduct the trial. What is absolutely important for them to do is to ensure that they are going to stick to all necessary guidelines that they need to stick to, so that whatever is the result of the trials will be acceptable by the peer review groups for those kind of clinical trials. So that's my take on it. We are in the right. We are in the right direction by ensuring that clinical trials is still continuing in Nigeria. Meanwhile, about 17 countries were involved in solidarity clinical trials, and only 10 have been suspended.
All right. Let's leave the conversation here now. Gbolagade Iyola, thank you for speaking with us. Now, joining me via Skype is Gbolagade Iyola, Chairman, Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria, Lagos chapter. Thank you for joining us on TVC Breakfast.
Thank you for having me this morning.
Well, some other African countries have claimed some level of success in the usage of chloroquine as a treatment for COVID-19. Do you think that perhaps race, gender, and perhaps underlying health conditions might contribute to the efficacy on the use of hydroxychloroquine in the treatment of COVID-19?
You have said it all. Race is a big factor. And I want to tell you that, in Africa, being a subtropical region where malaria has been endemic, a good number of the population were already on chloroquine treatment before resting chloroquine in the early 2000s because of resistance to malaria parasites. So that could be because effectiveness of chloroquine in early stages of coronavirus could be our exposure to the drugs. But don't forget the fact that chloroquine, hydroxychloroquine, by their nature, they are a drug that must be handled with care because of their effect on the heart. And again, because of the weather, the climate here too, it has not really made the infection to be as serious as it has been in the other climes.
All right. Now, on the other hand, there are concerns about the use of chloroquine. We have seen panic buying by some persons buying chloroquine. If we are to adopt this in 3 to 4 months after the clinical trial is done, perhaps if it is adopted, how can we achieve a balance, ensuring that people do not abuse it?
Well, we still need to continue to, create awareness like this, that even the use of chloroquine must be well supervised by the doctor. It must be prescribed. And as of now, we must make sure that we don't allow the misuse that is very, very common with us in this our side of the world. So basically, panic buying will not be the case because, it will not be the case because you are not sure yet whether the person that wants to take chloroquine or hydroxychloroquine is already infected with the virus, because the virus comes with symptoms that are very similar to what we are really usually affected with in this side of the world. Malaria, typhoid, and what have we.
All right, let's leave the conversation now. Bolagade Yola, thank you for speaking with us.